Hello, welcome to My Murder She Shed, where I tell true crime right from my she shed. My name's Holly, and I'm glad you joined me today on a case that I've covered before. This is just an update of what I have learned since the first video. If you would like to see the first video, go to my channel, Murder She Shed. I will do a little short version of what occurred, and then I'll update you on what is happening now. Basically, Jeremy Williams, the man who murdered little Kamarie, could be facing other murder charges in other murders. Is Jeremy Williams a serial killer? Well, stay tuned and we will discuss all this, but first I want to say, hit the like and subscribe and join my channel for current news updates. Also, I have Suspense She Shed Sundays where I tell true crime every Sunday. And then I have Wacky World Wednesday, which I talk about kind of really strange cases on Wacky World Wednesday that kind of crazy cases. So join me in all those, and if you hit subscribe, and then you can find me anytime you want. If you don't mind listening to this southern accent and seeing this southern girl a couple of times a week, I'd love to have you. If I'm not your cup of tea, then I understand. Not everybody can like a good thing, okay? I will do a shorter version of what's going on. Like I said, go to the other video to check the rest out. On Kamarie, she is a 5-year-old little Georgia girl that her mother, Christy Seipel, sold to a friend, acquaintance, Jeremy Williams, so he could sexually abuse the little girl. How sick is that? On my other video, it has a clip of Christy, the mother, on the news, discussing how she misses Kamarie and crying, and she don't have a single tear in her eye. It was a clip before she was arrested. Of course, now she's been arrested, and we know it was all fake. She was charged with human trafficking and murder. But on Jeremy Williams, that just a few days ago, Williams was actually appeared briefly in a courtroom. While we knew he was facing charges of murder, rape, and sodomy, he actually was given 2 extra charges, which was child pornography and abuse of a corpse. The new court documents now say that she was asphyxiated as he was sexually abusing her. Sick. The court documents also say that he recorded the whole thing. So I guess the monster could watch it later and get his rocks off. Such a sick monster. It's just like something a serial killer would do, because I did a case on Maury Travis and he videoed all his victims. Of course, they were women, not children, so we could watch them later, and that is something that for some reason they do, and they are just sick. They are seeking the death penalty on Jeremy Williams. And before it is over with, he may get additional charges. Yeah. So this is what I was talking about. This is one of the cases that he may get charged in. In 2005, William and his girlfriends were parents to a 1-month-old baby girl. Was in the Air Force at the time and stationed in North Pole, Alaska. The little baby, whose name was Nadia, ended up dead. He was suspected of the murder at that time, but police could not get sufficient evidence to charge him, so they never charge him. Nadia did die of blunt force trauma, so basically he probably beat her. There is no telling what else he did to that baby. He is also suspected in the murder of a 1-year-old in Alabama. Are you hearing this? His baby girl, Kamarie, maybe a 1-year-old in Alabama. He also has child abuse charges. One occurred with a 3-year-old in which he lowered him into a bowl of boiling water. Also, I think there's one coming out possibly that happened in Georgia too in August of 2021. I just seen a very small article on that, some kind of abuse charge. And maybe another possible murder. I just seen pieces of articles here and there that said things. This is all alleged, not a proven fact. And so, you guys, until court and until he is proven guilty, we don't officially know on these charges. So, this is all alleged at this point. There's also something new that come out too, and it involves a 31-year-old woman. The 31-year-old is claiming that William sodomized her the night before Kamarie's body was found. According to the report, the victim got into an argument with her boyfriend and no longer wanted to remain in her residence. With nowhere to go, the victim reached out to a friend who connected her with Jeremy Williams. What the heck? Why? So after that, she ended up at Williams' residence on Dozier Street, where she got an unsettling feeling and then tried to leave at that point. But she could not leave because Williams placed a deep freezer in front of the door to block her entry. The victim claims he came up behind her and covered her mouth and then forced her to perform sex acts. Okay, listen to this. William also called the adult victim by Kamarie's name during the assault. Whew. Wow. And not only did he say Kamarie's name, but he also told the victim that he taught a 5-year-old how to have oral sex. I guess he told her that later after he had assaulted her. Oh boy. The victim explains in the report that the only way she could get away from Williams was to tell him where to buy drugs. They then left the residence and stopped at the store where the victim mentioned she had to use the bathroom. And I guess when she went to the bathroom, he instructed her to leave her belongings, like her cell phone, with him. But somehow at this point, she was able to escape him. She's lucky she's alive because I think he might have killed a lot of people. That's just my opinion. And also, he's maybe getting possible other murder charges, but I'm not sure he didn't kill women too, and children. Who knows? He could be the biggest sicko. Just glad he's caught. I wish it didn't come at the cost of little Kamarie, but I am glad he is off the street. If I happen to get any more updates on this, I will put it on my page. As far as Jeremy Williams or Christy, what comes of it. And I think the trial is either in February, March, and I'm going to try to keep you guys updated. As far as Kamarie, she was laid to rest on December 22nd. Kamarie's father, Corey, said, Kamarie had the biggest heart a little girl could have. She was always happy and smiling. Talking, singing, dancing, and recording videos were some of her favorite hobbies. She sounds like my kind of girl. Sounds like a wonderful little girl. Everyone who knows Kamarie knows her to be a loving kid that absolutely loved her father and little brother. She was the boss of them both. Kamarie's father affectionately called her his little princess. That's exactly who she identified herself as. She wanted to be known as a princess, and she answered to that. Kamarie was so intelligent and full of love, her dad said. Kamarie's uncle, who is a pastor, was the one that spoke at her funeral. Uncle Pastor Hill said, I know there are some who sit here even today who will even try to say, why did God allow this to happen, he said. And there will be even those who will try and blame God for what has happened. Evil has entered our community. Evil has affected our family. Evil comes out of the mouths and hearts of men. And so what was done came out of the heart of someone who allowed the devil to use him. Oh, so true, so true. And he was definitely used. He was an evil, evil guy. And I know the victims, and I'm sure it's victims, will never get the justice they deserve. But maybe if he gets the death penalty, at least there is some justice. One thing good I know is children go to heaven, and Kamarie is up there, and she is rejoicing as a beautiful angel. She may not be a princess. Well, she could be a princess, but she is a princess angel. That's even better, right? Unfortunately, there truly are monsters out there. As I end, I just want to say, give your babies an extra snuggle tonight and say a prayer for the little children that are out there that need protection from evil monsters like Williams and Christie. There's a lot of kids that don't have the love and affection like, you show your children. So just pray for them tonight. And thank you guys for joining me in the Murder She Shed. It's true crimes right in my she shed. And usually I try to get unique crime cases that other channels don't often cover. And other than the new updated cases, which I hadn't seen much coverage on Kamarie Holland, which is horrible. Like, this little girl deserves coverage so much. And I'm just glad I can be able to speak out for her and many victims on my channel. Guys, on my other videos, I try to always leave safety tips because I want to make sure that you guys are safe. And I hope we learn a few tips as we cover these cases that can keep us and our children safe. So you guys subscribe, and I will see y'all next time. You guys have a great day and a very blessed week. I'll see you later. Bye.